I am so fucking tired. Oh my god. Also sorry. I mean, um I've got I've got sour squashies. They are sour cherry and apple flavor. They're not very good. I don't love them, but you know, I'm in need of a sweet treat. So that is what I'm eating today. I also have, courtesy of my work, a single square of sponge cake. Hello, Riley. Oh, here's Riley, to use your full name. I'm I'm exhausted. I didn't think I'd be streaming today, actually. I sent out a warning. I said last stream, hey, I won't be streaming on Wednesday. But I got home and I was like, you know what? The people deserve to hear me. And I haven't streamed since Sunday because my schedule is Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So if it was like a Friday, I'd probably miss out. But you know, bang a notif. I thank you. I forgot what it is. I love money and dislike working. I listen. Did I make £400? Hello, Luke. Did I make £400? From relatively little work. Yes. Did I enjoy any of it? No. Have I gotten sweet little treats out of it? Yes. Hold on. I'm pulling up my pay slip right now. I worked 29.25 hours. And I get bonus hours because I'm working during holiday. So that's 3.3. And so I made 368.55 on my regular hours, and then 44.48 quid on my holidays hours. So I earned 413 pounds and 3 pence. And I didn't get taxed because it's not enough. I don't earn that much. But oh god, today's shift, it drained me. It was 5 to 8. It was only 3 hours. I've had wedding shifts that I was complaining after. It was 7 hours of work. I was complaining, But like this was like 3 hours of straight working. There are a bunch of like foreign exchange students over right now, and it was non-stop. I was doing dinner. I was basically just like a lunch lady for an hour. And then I had to wipe the tables down and do all that shit. I didn't have time to drink water. It was not fun. It was not enjoyable in the slightest. Sorry, I did get 2 peach iced teas out of it. So I'm already over. I'm like 2/3 of the way through one of them currently. Oh my god, I've just got a really odd reminder. I was so sweaty. My hands are like slightly tacky because I had to wear these blue gloves to obviously not get my hand sweat in the food or whatever. And we were serving a bunch of different food, and lots of people wanted 2 mains, and then apparently they would then complain because they'd be like, this is so expensive. But you bought 2 meals. Why? Obviously it's expensive. You're buying them from, like... Anyway, how are you guys doing? How have your days been? Luke, have you returned yet, or are you still out abroad? Bless me. Oh my god. How's everyone doing? Listen, you know what's weird? I usually quite like my job. It's pretty chill. And I like you're working on art fight stuff. I don't have any friends in the art community, and I feel awkward doing it. So I haven't, and also I know I'd start a piece and not finish it. I've been pretty bad about drawing recently. I've been trying to get back into it because now I'm in Canada for the next 2 weeks at least. Jesus Christ, man! What time is it there for you? Holy shit! Because it's 8:34 right now, PM, I should say. God, can you imagine if I streamed at 8 in the morning? Oh no, I don't want to imagine it. I used to make really genuinely quite impressive work. I was really good at doing pencils. It's like 12:30, so I don't have much to say. Really near a massive lake, so gonna go swimming. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking I want to go swimming so bad. I would love to go swimming. Wow. Sorry. There's just the ugliest. I take weekly videos to keep up with my testosterone progress, and the thumbnail for one of these videos is incredibly ugly. Um, hold on. I'm trying to find. I have a few sketches in my favorites. I have some like gorgeous work in here that I'm super proud of from like a year, like 1 to 2 years. What's the weather like for you all? Sorry. Honestly, it's like warm, but it's grey, which I really hate because the best part about it being hot is that the sun is out and it's lovely and it's like, oh my god, the sun's out and it's hot. Like everything is right with the world. Whereas when it's just hot and grey, it's just muggy. It's just unpleasant. It's just like, oh wow, you can't sunbathe, but you are still gonna sweat. Sorry. Like it's not. I don't like it. It sucks. It's currently 19 degrees, mostly cloudy. Thursday's gonna be wetter. Friday's gonna pick up. It's hot and grey. Sounds so British. It is. It thoroughly is. It's apparently gonna start getting hot like this Friday, and then it's gonna thunder on Saturday, and then it's gonna rain until Wednesday, which is when it's nice again. So Friday is gonna be nice, and Wednesday is gonna be nice. So I hope you guys are looking forward to 2 days and 7 days in the future. Okay, hold on. Drinking more peach iced tea. Ugh, ad break. Ew. Horrid and nasty. Vile and unpleasant. A truly evil concept of a thing. I wish I could turn off ads. But, fucking, I guess this is how Twitch makes money. They already take, like, half-ass, like, sub money. When is my next Twitch payout? Because now I'm getting paid for this, so I say this, my actual job and my for fun job. Ha. Hold on. What's up? What's over here? What's this? Huh? Oh, this is where you do like sub. No, thank you. Actually, how do I? Hold on. Sorry, gang. I'm stupid. Oh, there we go. $38 so far. That's my estimated revenue for July. $6. I'm completely alright with that. I'm not thoroughly fussed, I would say. Imagine having can you not? I can't turn off ads. I just can't. I can either run ads every 30 minutes, or I can have every time you join stream, it runs an ad. And I'd rather have the every 30 minutes versus the when you join, Imagine having an actual job. Well, lock in, I guess. I quite like my job. But it is weird. There are lots of people here from my primary school. Now, obviously, I wasn't trans in primary school. And so, I get misgendered a lot, which is really funny considering the fact that I'm now almost 2 months on testosterone. I'm like 3 weeks, a month. I'm 7 weeks total, I think. 53 days to be exact. I actually have the marker on my channel. Today's mostly gonna be just chatting, and then some Marvel Rivals. I think I'm gonna keep it pretty casual. But yeah, no, I like my job. So thing is, the misgendering's like fun. I don't really care. It's not like it doesn't make me sad. Because my main problem with me being, trans and stuff is that I just don't look like a guy. I don't blame other people for recognizing the fact that I don't look like a guy, I'm a year and a half on E. To be fair, some of them do not recognize me at all, like full stop, because I go by a different name, obviously. But the thing is, some of them do because my face hasn't changed that much, yet. And so it's really, I just have to be like, hi, my name's Avery, and it'll be a person I was in class with in primary school, and I'm like, well, you know, I get she, her, and then they them'd a lot there. Mm. Oh, yeah, it's fun. I'm a year and a half funny, and none of my ex. Well, they just, I don't know. It's a small area. And the place that I work is really close to my old primary school, so you know, I get a lot of people who know me, which is not ideal. Um, but there's a bunch of people there who don't know me, but I still get she heard, so it's fine, chat. Yeah, no, I'm not. When it comes to gender and stuff, it's not the fact. I'm not bothered when other people recognize that I still sort of look like a girl. I just want to change that. You know, it's not like me being misgendered isn't a crazy thing to me, and it doesn't make me feel super bad. It's just sort of weird now because I've been living as myself for coming up on sort of 3 years now. I can't get they them because my language doesn't have a singular they them. Interesting. Interesting. The problem is that I actually do want to be they them Lamau. Oh, so what are your pronouns? Are they just they them? Because we got. I know Luke's. I know Ari's, obviously, because I know those people. They're shock horror, my friends, and also, well, Ari's my partner. They, them. Good to know. You can't see, but I'm thumbs upping the screen right now. God, my hands feel gross. Thing is, we also have we have my sister's dog over right now. So we've got 2 dogs in the house. We've got my dog Toffee, who's a ratty old bastard. I used to use she, her as well, but that wasn't really working. I feel you. I went through every pronoun set before I settled on we literally went down the entire pipeline. She, her, she, they she, they, them, they, he, they. Yeah, he, So, that was kind of goofy. Also, I definitely feel like you can hear my voice getting creakier, or I can just feel it, which is really sad because I now can't make the what NBs do in the bathroom they shit joke anymore. That is unfortunate, but it is quite funny. So wait, so do you use it's as well? I know a couple of people who use it's. I fuck with it's, but I don't fuck with it enough to like tell people that I use them, I like as a concept they're just like, yeah, cool. I wouldn't care if someone used it's for me. The only reason I care when people use they them for me is because they're clearly just trying to get around using my actual pronouns, or they just if you don't see me as a man, I almost wish you'd be more upfront about it and just use she, her, to be honest. But I went he, him, he, they, them, she, they, she, her, she, they, she, they, them. Wait, so you went all the way down and then you bounced back. I fuck with that. That's really funny to me. Yup. Yeah. That is wild. Oh, but yeah, no, I don't know. I fuck with the concept of being a butch lesbian more than I fuck with the concept of me being non-binary, Like, I will walk back from what I was like, dang, being a guy kind of sucks, I'm a big girl. And then I figured out that wasn't working either. You know what, that's fair. That works. I thought I was non-binary for a while before I was like, this isn't, maybe keep going. maybe finish put me back in the oven. Maybe finish it off. Finish I don't know, to finish. I'm stupid. I also, yes, I had a damn his voice is a bit different already moment. Hell yeah. It's getting croakier, and I've been practicing my singing because I'm really nervous about losing that ability. I've never been very good at transitioning between my chest and my head voice, but now it is sort of like it is much more obvious when I swap. I can still do like falsetto head voice kind of stuff, but I think I can feel it. It feels different. In my throat. It's sort of rasps a little more. It's slightly like, I don't know. It feels not breathier, but I don't know. It's hard to describe. I've described it as best as I can, basically. Mm. But I love walking to and from work because it's only like it's a very short walk. Um, and I obviously have a uniform. I have my white shirt and I have black trousers, and then I wear my trainers because it's comfortable. And I have a waistcoat, but I don't really wear that when I walk. Also, I technically do use it's, but it's like only for friends. I'm mostly found other queer people call me those. Hell yeah, cool. Good to know. Good to know. I'll remember that if I am referencing you. I don't know. I don't really reference chatters to other people. I feel like when I reference chat, I mean, being NB is a vibe. Not gonna lie, being NB is really cool. I have a lot of friends who are like non-binary. God, I feel goofy saying that. I feel like I'm saying, yeah, I got lots of non-binary friends. You know, I don't know why I feel stupid about that. I'm being weird, but no. I mean, my partner's non-binary in a MJ. I always do that too. Real. Yeah, no, my partner's non-binary, and then, but they're non-binary in like a cool freaky way. I don't know. I went through most of my like gender figuring out over lockdown, which I am really, really thankful for, because I looked. Cause I mean, listen, I wasn't exactly one of the Dream SMP like, kind of like online queer people. You know what I'm talking about. I wasn't exactly that. But I consumed that kind of content, and I did still like it. I was too lazy to watch people stream though, because I don't know, I know I stream and it's kind of hypocritical, but I don't know, I don't really want to do that for like an hour. I don't want to sit there for a few hours. I like talking for hours. And I like variety with my videos, unless it's like a Shawnee Do 100% video. Those are bangers. But like, your partner is very cool. I approve. I know they are. Lamau Real. Yep. No, it's when I started dyeing my hair, and it's when I first cut my hair short. And oh wow, there is some. I had some busted faces. I think I locked. Oh, my voice cracked. I don't remember when I locked in. I'm gonna have to try and find. No, that's too recent. Wait, that's from 2023. I locked in sort of late 2022, like early 2023. I really need to cut my hair at some point. Same. It got way too long now. I mean, how long is your hair? I have really short hair. I actually, Ari and Charlotte make fun of me because I cut my hair so often because it pisses me off, because I've lightly curly hair, which is nice. It's awesome, but boob length. Whoa. I mean, how long are your boobs? No, I know what that's referencing. My hair never got past boob length. I have really thick hair, and it cannot. That was not funny. And it cannot really grow past that length. It can't. It's too thick. Like, I don't know. It just I used to try and grow it out, but it never really got past shoulder length, I would say, much. And then I really need to buy some like clippers for my hair, like a thing to shave my head with, not to shave my entire head, but because I like to shave the sides. And usually a hairdresser will do that for me, but the hairdresser does not come often enough, because the hairdresser comes from my mum, who is a woman who has longer hair, and she can sort of wait longer until she needs to get it cut. And my dad barely grows hair, so he's balding. So, like, they did not held for misogyny. Why is it held looking like a woman? What? Shut up. Automod is crazy. I've reached this point in my life where I feel like I trans myself too hard, and I now occasionally get dysphoria from looking like a woman. So yeah, the hair has to be shortened. Lol. My mom, who is a woman, mom, foul. Oh, well, I don't know. Sorry, well, I don't know. It's fucking. Shut up. Silence. I'm not taking this from someone who spells it mom, MOM, freak. Also, I'd be flabbergasted if you haven't talked with Ari about this already, but Ari gets that as well. All right, y'all Brits are weird. What do you mean weird? You, the American, are coming to my stream, full of British people, may I say, and calling me weird. How dare you? How absolutely dare you? You know, I'm not American. Oh, sorry. Oh, to be fair, I think they say mom. I mean, you speak with American English, I guess, because I mean, what are you? You said you lived in a country with gendered language that doesn't have a they them. So most other places, I feel. I don't know. I haven't. Guessed, lol. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna. I'm gonna. Dutch? I don't know. Do Dutch people ever they them? I'm not sure. For some reason, my two guesses were Dutch and, like, vaguely South American. And I say vaguely because I don't know. Those are the two. For a second, I was scared you were gonna say. I was not gonna say French. I'm Polish. Oh, that makes sense. I wouldn't say French. Because I feel like that's unkind even to French people. No, I had to learn French. I hated French. I've hated any. I had to learn Spanish for 2 years. I hated it. I had to learn French for 6 years, and I despised it. It was the one GCSE I had that I wanted to quit, and they were like, hey, no, surely you want proof that you've been working so hard for 6 years. I was like, bitch, on my mock GCSE, I just drew a picture of a witch on the back page. I clearly don't want to be here. I'm clearly not trying. I clearly don't care. I got a 3 out of 9 for my grade on that. No, I didn't pass. I don't want to do it, and I don't care. I am learning Japanese though, so I enjoy learning that language. So I'm clearly not, and I liked Latin for when I was learning it. So it's clearly not all languages I have a problem with, and it's clearly not the gendering that I have a problem with, because lots of words in Latin are gendered too. So, which is, I assume, where Romance language is get it from, like the ones based on, or Latin languages. I assume that's where they get it from. Français, c'est vraiment bizarre. Yeah, I don't like it. Oh my god, my good friend Rat is not Rat. I'm Rat, but you know, I have to shorten his name to something. My good friend Johan is the same Johan I went to. Not his real name, by the way. Je parle français un peu, mais yeah. I don't like it. I'm gonna swap to my just chatting scene actually. It just makes the Japanese is cool. I really enjoy Japanese. I think because when it comes to Latin and Japanese, most of it is the vocabulary. There is big chat. Look, you're on the big screen now. You've got Rathu. Chilling. He's kind of off screen a bit. I'm gonna move him so he's a bit. There we go. There's Rathu. We love Rathu. I really need to redesign my PNG tuber. I just don't know. I'm not happy with any of the drawing that I do for it. And this isn't like good art. It's fine. But by my standards, for me personally, this art is no longer like good. I don't know if you can notice, but one of my ears is like 1.5 times, like the one that's flopped over is like 50% bigger than the other one. I don't love it. And I don't really like how the ears look. I can do better. I don't like how the nose really look. I don't know. All of this I can improve upon. I just figuring out a design is really, really hard. But yeah, no, I really enjoy learning Japanese. It's very cool. I liked learning Latin for when I did it because I went to a school where I had to learn Latin for a couple of years, and then they gave me the option to continue, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I was gonna say now that's good art, but I was literally telling my girlfriends today about how I need to update my commission thumbnail thingies on VGen because the art's not up to standard anymore. Yeah, and this is pretty old art. I've had hold on, I want to check when I got this PNG tuber actually, because it's been a fucking while. It is. It is old. It is old as fuck. Hold on. Going to the VODs channel really quick. Filter by oldest. No, that's my old model. Old model. Okay. I got this about this is at least 2 years ago. And I'm just gonna shut up. This was on the this was almost exactly, this is slightly over 2 years ago. Banger. But yeah, so that's the event. Absolutely horrendous. Now how old as fuck? Over 2 years apparently. But yeah, no, it's good art. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I love the tattoo. The tattoo looks great. Still, it holds up. Shading, I don't have a problem with. But I could make it more masculine, I guess. The tattoo does look great. Thank you. I'm very proud of it. It is a tattoo that I really want IRL. I suck at designing tattoos, so I just wanted a jellyfish, and that was the sort of color and vibe that I ended up going with, and I really like it. Which is funny because I don't like purple or teal, so, but I couldn't just do the same colors. I wanted to do something slightly different. But yeah, no, tattoos are kind of a pain to design and draw, because I have a very cartoony style. My Goober just has a sword on their arm because I wanted them to have something a little real. I just decided the jellyfish. My brother, my oldest brother, has a jellyfish tattoo on his arm, and I don't know. I just saw it and I was like, fuck yeah. I love jellyfish, even though I hate them. And that sounds contradictory. It is not. I keep getting stung by jellyfish, but I still think they look gorgeous and are incredibly cool animals, you know? Like, if I got bit by a shark, I'd still love sharks. My favorite animal is actually the tiger, but I don't want to give myself a tiger tattoo because I feel like I will look like I am because listen, my guy is like 6 foot tall, and he's got red eyes and blue hair. He doesn't need to look even more like a shitty mafia OC, you know? I'm sticking with the silly jellyfish. But yeah, no, oh god, I have such recognizable speech patterns, especially when I stream. And I'm noticing it, and it's freaking me out. Every time I perceive myself on stream, I get quite embarrassed. Well, I mean, I have just been chatting for like 30 minutes. I'm gonna keep chatting. I'm having a good time. I am just talking to you now. Well, I hope you appreciate it, because I mean, I'm having fun. As you know, as parasocial as one can be. But no, I need to. I'm having fun too. I hope so. I mean, unlike me, you can leave whenever you want. So if you stop having fun, you know, mute stream. Stay here though. I need the views. God, laughing. I cannot laugh anymore. The voice is freaking out. Oh god, I have started getting videos and stuff on Instagram of people's like. I first got it on you were distracting me from my drawing. Well, I'm sorry. You can draw anytime. I only stream 3 times a week. Okay. Yeah. No, I've started getting like Instagram reels about people's transition timelines, but it's like things you don't think of immediately when you think of transition. It like how people's hands are. Like I got one from someone on estrogen. Or estrogen, whichever way. And it was pictures of their like hands and throat and like their shoulders and stuff. And funnily enough, I got one for an estrogen timeline before I got testosterone timeline. Like video picture series or whatever. But like, it's so cool what hormones will do to your body. Just like what do you mean? I put sauce on my arms once a day, and eventually my hands are gonna get veiny, and my shoulders are gonna like bulk up and stuff, and like my entire like body shape is gonna like. What do you mean? It's insane. It's fucking like it's so cool. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm like I said, almost 2 months. So I'm gonna be definitely 2 months. I'm going to pry. I take tiny pills twice a day, and now I have tits. Yeah, titty skittles. I have so many. I have like a few trans masc friends. I don't have any binary trans male friends. Titty skittles, if you will. Titty skittles. My mum yells at me when I don't pronounce my T's properly. I say computer science, and she's like, computer science. And I'm like, well, fucking whatever. My accent does change quite a bit depending on just the day. Wait, what are some funny ways to call tea? I like to call it my sores. I've heard, unfortunately, one of my trans femme friends calls it boy cream, which is not fun. It's funny. It's not. It makes me sound weird. Sorry, gotta put on my boy cream. It sounds unpleasant. Just sliming on my arms. God. So, you know, I don't know. I mostly just call it T-gel. Just for short. It's easy. I feel like estrogen has more because estrogen you can take as source or pills or injections, whereas testosterone you have to take as either source or injection. There are some, I don't know why it's not able to be taken orally. I just know that there's a couple reasons because I did my research. Sauce. I love a creamed sauce on a pasta. A good like a spaghetti carbonara. So fucking good. Sorry, got distracted. I have pasta waiting for me. I also have a sponge cake that I didn't even steal it from work. They gave it to me because otherwise it was going to be thrown out. It's weird working in catering now because I realize how much waste there just is constantly, and I'm like, well, fucking, it's unavoidable. Well, not really. It's not the most it's not particularly avoidable, and it makes me think about how like the 1% and how much waste they produce. And then my mum lectures me on recycling, and I'm like, this is a good thing to do. Recycling is obviously really important and you should do it. But when she lectures me and she's like, your generation's supposed to care about this, I'm like, it is difficult to care when it would take billions of us to do it, like put a dent in what billionaires do health is sexual, gender. Automod pisses me off. Automod doesn't like me. I don't like Automod. Asshole. Also very envy moment, but I kind of miss some things T gave me that E doesn't. Not enough to stop taking E obviously, but still. Well, I have heard that from so many of my so many of my non-binary and trans femme friends because to be honest, testosterone does sort of give you stuff. Oh, ads are about to start. Ugh, boo. It starts in 2 minutes. Ugh, don't like ads. Testosterone sort of gives you stuff. It lowers your voice. It makes it easier for you to put on muscles. It can give you more energy. It ups your sex drive. It makes you hornier. It makes you slightly hungrier. It does stuff for you, whereas estrogen slightly sort of takes stuff away. It sounds really negative when I say it like that, but you know what I mean. And I have friends who definitely just don't like it. Like, obviously the changes on estrogen are great. Like, the fat redistribution, the softening of like everything, the like veins that you don't really have veiny hands anymore, stuff like that. It makes your hands much more feminine. All that stuff is really, really like, it's cool, but I absolutely see why people see it as sort of getting the short end of the stick, you know? I gotta say though, I am very glad that I am a binary trans person because I definitely think I just have a slightly easier time of it. Like it's so easy. I'm just like he him. I've never had any mental struggles with dysphoria or whatever. Well, I have, but like not things you need to know about. Yeah, apparently you lowers your sex drive a lot from what I've heard. Haven't experienced it myself though. I guess you can't really go lower than 0, huh? I not I'm not going into detail about this on stream, but I have noticed mine raising. Also, God, yeah, my hands became really feminine, and I have hand dysphoria now. Real, it's like the one thing I get dysphoria for, which is really funny. I do not like the way my hands look at all. I think they look. I mean, I think they're funny. I like the interesting things about them. Like, I think it's funny that my middle fingers bend so aggressively, like, to my like towards my like pinky and my fourth finger, my ring finger rather. I think that's funny. But I really hate how soft my hands are, and I get really excited whenever I see like veins and stuff pop up. So that's exciting. I'm really excited for my hands to get veinier. But I am so glad that I mean, also I think being a guy is cool. Do I have to deal with thing is when people say kill all men, I know they're not talking about me, and I know that it comes from a place of like actual like it comes from misogyny, because not to say it's the men's fault, but like come on. Fucking sorry, I went very vaguely Australian there. Okay, counterpoint. There are just some things that are kind of less annoying for NVs, being trans femme and not being too annoyed about my face and being able to stare at my voice as a godsend sometimes. That's fair as fuck. I really consider myself very lucky, because I have relatively androgynous features from birth anyway. I mean, I always preferred when my voice sounded lower, and so I trained my chest voice and I got into singing a lot, and so I've got a lot of control over my vocal cords and stuff. Not currently though. Christ. But yeah, so I was born with pretty androgynous features. Yeah, I'm 5'3", but it could be worse. I could be 4'10", so my height, my hands, they're like kind of the only things I get dysphoria about. And also I don't struggle with a lot mentally. The only severe struggle I have is with my executive dysfunction and potentially undiagnosed ADHD, but I would want a diagnosis and please some medication. I can't talk about the things I would do for some medication for my executive dysfunction on stream, or I will get banned, because I'd do some stuff. I'd kill. There's violence, I've been told I passed before I was even on E, so I guess I kind of do too. Yeah, I think, but it doesn't make it like a lot easier. Oh, fun fact, apparently if you have low T, that makes depression worse. Guess you learned that the hard way. Oh, women do be sad. Yeah. Nah, I don't know. I got pretty lucky in that I don't have depression, I don't have anxiety, I just have bad executive dysfunction. I'm so much more emotional on E. It's so cool hearing about the like emotional side of hormones, because like it is so interesting to me to hear people talk about how much easier it is to like cry and stuff, or like how much harder it is to cry when you're on testosterone. I think it's just really interesting. Like, and it sort of proves that like a lot of mental things and emotional things aren't like, they're not, you can't get a lot of them, they're caused by physical attributes a lot of the time. So it sort of proves that it's not all in your head. That it's for a reason. I don't know if that made sense. I hope it did. Okay, but I used to cry a fair bit anyways. Now I just can't stop myself sometimes. I never cried a ton, but what I would do is I would bottle it all up for 3 months, and then I'd have an event that would hit me, and I'd cry uncontrollably for a couple hours, and then I'd lock in for another 3 months, and that was before testosterone. So I'm interested to see what tea does to my emotional cycle. I'm emotionally a pretty chill guy. I don't have any. I don't. Again, like I said, I don't have depression. Don't have anxiety. I don't have anything. I'm just chilling. My girlfriend once told me something like, "I still love you if you were a zombie," and I imagine her trying to take care of a brainless creature that used to be me, and that got me crying for like half an hour straight. That's really cute, though. That's adorable. That's really funny. Your girlfriend sounds really sweet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot going on. I'm a very chill guy. My main problem, she is. I love her so much. Aw, yippee. That's so joyous. Girlfriends are so cool. I have a wife. I have a wife slash thing slash partner. I like calling them my wife. Is it misgendering? Yeah. But is it funny? Also, they think it's funny when I call them my wife, so I'm allowed. Also, it's funny because it means that I'm the husband and we're heterosexual. No. My girlfriend calls me her wife too. Yeah. There's not. The thing is, spouse isn't funny. Spouse feels like I'm in my 20s and I'm talking about someone I've been with for 4 years. Whereas wife is like, yeah, that's my wife. We've been dating for, actually, how long have we been dating for? We're coming up on a year. Oh my god, only 2 months until we're over 10 months right now, which is very exciting. I like my wife a lot. They're hi, if you're watching. And I call her wife too, and she's NB as well. Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It took me like a week to call my girlfriend my future wife for the first time. I feel like trans people or queer people in general, I would say, they love to go straight into the like wife husband like bit, and because it's a bit, because it's like I gotta say, I feel like relationships are more casual for queer people, and I think that is a really, really good thing, because we acknowledge that it's casual, but we don't commit to it any less. Whereas I feel like a heterosexual casual relationship is a situationship. And it's either too serious in that you sort of feel locked in. Granted, I'm also on the aromantic spectrum, so I don't know if I'm qualified to talk about, heterosexual, hetero-romantic relationships anyways. But, I've never been in a heterosexual or anything like that relationship. I started dating in year 9, and by year 9, I was going by they, them, or they, she, or whatever. So, and it was really funny. I actually dated, at the time they were non-binary. We are now both binary trans men, and he has a boyfriend now. So, congratulations. Also, hi Ari. Love you. We've been talking about you if you haven't been here to listen. Hi. That's like what I am. No thoughts. Yeah. Stupid. Oh, you've been talking about, yeah, in like a good way, because we've been talking a lot about gender and like relationships and stuff. We were talking about calling our partners like wives and stuff, and I was like, is it misgendering? Yeah. But is it funny? Also, yeah. Like, I don't know. But yeah, so stuff like that. And I mentioned you a couple times because they were talking about like because Riley here's Riley, if you right, I'm not gonna try that. Also non-binary. So sorry, it feels awkward. I feel like I'm talking about someone while they're here. My bad. But yeah, Riley also non-binary, and you guys can probably relate about things, and it's fun. We've been yapping about transgenderisms. Oh, my back. I'm an elderly man. But yeah, we do, and we have. Yeah, so I assumed you had. But that's what we've been yapping about. So, But yeah, what were we talking about? I can no longer remember the topic. Oh yeah, relationships and stuff. You know, I when I was a funny story actually. When I was in primary school, we went on a trip in like year 6. I would have been about 10 or something, and for some reason, because we were like, oh, we wanna pretend to be more grown up. We were talking about crushes, and I didn't like any of the men in my in the school at all. And actually, when I was even younger, when I was about 7 or 8 or something, I told my parents I don't want to marry a boy. I want to marry a girl because girls are way cooler than boys. Which is funny because currently I'm now bisexual with a preference towards masculinity. So that's funny. Um, but yeah, no. So I was in primary school. And everyone was going around. We were on a school trip, and we were talking about crushes and stuff. And I didn't want to name a bracket. I was gonna name a random boy because there were boys I could name, um, that were like not awful. But in the end, I was just like, yeah, I have a crush on a rusty lawnmower because I didn't want to answer a boy's name and I didn't want to play along, but I also couldn't think of anything else to say. And for some reason, this group of like cis girls thought this was granted we're all 10, so cisgender not really a thing. Because I feel like when you're until you get to about 13, I feel like gender is less like it's more abstract than it is when you're older, I think. Because you're kids. Fucking kids know there's girls and boys. We get split into different, gender classes and whatever. But I don't know. I feel like I feel like it is different in a way. But I don't know. I'd always sort of been a bit weird. I'd never properly fit in, and I knew I wasn't. I always knew I wasn't cisgender, basically. But I did think I was non-binary for a long time. I think, and I went through a few names as well, which I don't regret spending that time to figure myself out, but I almost regret not hiding it better from my parents because they're now a bit weird. Before puberty, you're in a quantum superstition where you could be both. Exactly, and I think that was a pretty cool time to be in because honestly, I look at okay. I went to a K-pop concert. I went to a Stray Kids world tour thingy recently with my friend. Um and because it was like a boy band thing. It was like 90%. I'm not going to say cis woman. A lot of them absolutely were cis women, but some of them could have been like, she, they, whatever. So, like AFAB people. So I was seeing lots of people around, and lots of them were dressed up for this because they were really excited to go to a concert and like, enjoy it. And I looked around, and honestly, I really miss being able to wear whatever I wanted because I still can, but I'd much rather wear clothing that isn't going to get me misgendered. I know I said I didn't really care, but I am a cis guy and I at least want to look like I'm trying, I want to look like a cis guy. That's the goal. But I just miss the clothes that I used to be able to wear, like skirts and dresses and stuff like that, because they're like aesthetically really they're cute, they're nice, and they're very very comfortable, and so I do miss the sort of time. And also, I've gotten attached to a lot of clothes like that. My mum made a lot of skirts for me, because they're very easy to make, and some of them were so comfortable, beautiful fabric. They like spun around really nicely. They were really swishy, and like I miss it. I definitely miss it. Um, and it's sort of I used to. There was a specific style of shirt I loved where it was it's sort of hard to describe, but it was like it's like a tank top with sleeves attached off the shoulder. And they could be big bell sleeves, they could be, bat sleeves, any kind of sleeves. But I just loved sort of clothes like that. And I can't wear those anymore because of how feminine they are, because it's not like a tank top, which can be unisex, or a t-shirt or whatever. It's just feminine. And until I fully medically transition and I look like a cis guy, I can't wear those clothes anymore. And even when I am a cis guy, I might choose not to, because I don't want to be hate crimed, you know? And also, I think they look more aesthetically pleasing on the bodies that they were quite, like, you know, made for, to me personally. Like, I think I would look better in those old clothes with like, you know, my old figure, well, my current figure technically, but you know, I'm talking about myself in the future, kind of. I want to cut my hair because I feel too feminine, but I don't want to cut it because I don't want to look like a cis man again. Yep. Sucks. Gender is a pain in the ass, I will say. This has been a big stream talking about work and gender and sexuality, and I've had a lot of fun. I've been enjoying it. Gender is a pain. And I definitely have it easier than most people. We should stop gender. No, because I love how excited I get when I can wear clothes that look masculine, and I get excited because they look masculine, and I'm like, these are boys' clothes. I'm wearing the boy clothes. This is, speaking of which, Boy Clothes by Nadia, but instead of an A, it's an X, the first A, so it's NXDIA. Boy Clothes. That song is really good. But yeah, gender's just really, I wish you could turn it on and off. I wish I could get really excited about wearing masculine clothes and still go out in a skirt, you know? Same. Yeah, it's just, I mean, ideally I'm a shapeshifter, you know, but thing is, I'm not gender fluid, and so I wouldn't really, I feel like it wouldn't be a waste of shapeshifting powers, but I feel like other people would get more use out of them than I would. I just want to be tall and have sharp teeth and stuff. I said that at some point I want to take E and have a binder so I can turn tits on and off. Real as hell. The thing is with tits is that I think they're a great accessory for outfits. Like, I think, like in my work clothes, I'm like, damn, I look like a cool ass butch lesbian right now. But like, I don't want to keep them. Having a flat chest would be awesome. But the thing is, I'm worried. I think currently I have a really balanced figure. So I'm not thin. I have like I'm not fat, but I'm not thin. I'm very sort of like average sized. And so I think the tits like balance out the rest of me, because I've got thick thighs. I've got like, you know, I've got like stomach fat and stuff. And so, you know, I think that they turn it into kind of an hourglass figure. Which, you know, it's not ideal, but weirdly enough, I think I would rather look feminine and hot than lean masculine and be ugly. Hi, Alu. Which is why I don't know. I'm sorry. This is a very odd topic. I've just been yapping. We're talking about gender right now because gender's sort of weird. We've been talking about that for a little bit. Cause like, you know, I'm a trans man, and I'm currently medically transitioning. I've been socially transitioned for ages. The perks of being NB is that I can be hot no matter what I do. Real as hell. But like, I don't want to. Obviously, I think I'm gonna look hot as a guy anyway. Or I think I do look hot as a guy. One of us. Yeah. Oh. That I you know what really makes me sad is the complete, I wish there was and this is gonna sound insane, but I wish there was more representation for like boring trans guys. Do you have the required government cargo shorts with deep pockets? I got those from a charity shop like 2 weeks ago, and they're grey camo and they're faded and they go to like my knees, like slightly below, and it's so I can fit water bottles in my pockets. I've got so many pockets and so much pocket space. It's so cool. I love it. Because I didn't really go to charity shops a lot when I was younger because my parents buy me clothes and my siblings hand me down clothes, and then I keep them forever, and I never buy new ones. And so I've recently started charity shopping because I have a DVD collection, and I've been, collecting DVDs and stuff. So I mean, I mostly wear. I'm currently wearing some just like I'm wearing. I went shopping for joggers or like sweatpants or whatever you want to call them, and I got the two of the stupidest colors I could have gotten. I got a green that is like it's like a gray green, and it's impossible to pair with like any color. And I got like off-white, which is somehow stained brighter white. I don't know if I spelt bleach or not on or something, but I've got patches. I've got like a weird stripe where it's bright. It's like a cream off-white, and it's weirdly like paler in like a pat. It's weird. I don't know how I did that. But yeah, no, I'm sorry, I missed your message earlier, really. I can look femme, be hot, but then I dress mask and I look like a cool butch lesbian. Yeah, I really fuck with looking like a butch lesbian. I think British bleach be weird. I don't know. I don't bleach my clothes. I'm going to bleach. I have a t-shirt that I bought from a charity shop that I intend to bleach, which I'm really excited about because I think it's gonna look cool. I have a design in mind rather. But yeah, no, I don't know. I have a few I have two pairs of like denim cargos. I have one pair of parachute pants or parachute cargos that I fucking love. They are so comfy. They're lightweight, but you can still wear them in cold weather. They're so nice. I love them so much. They're black. They look good fucking wherever. I love them. They're my favorite like trousers. And then I did have two. I love wearing tank tops. Ideally, of course, I don't have boobs. Unfortunately, I do. But the tank top's still fine. I need to work out more because whenever I wear tank tops and I go outside, I'm like, and I see buff people, or specifically like buff guys in tank tops, I'm like, fuck, man, I gotta lock in. I need to be a buff guy in a tank top, basically. That's my goal. That's the ideal state for me, I think. No, I have a ton of t-shirts. I need more colorful t-shirts. All of my t-shirts are like black or gray. They're all dark. I'm wearing like my only bright t-shirt, and it's Flo and Joan merch. And it's white, and it's got like a blue and red design on the front. I really like it. It's very comfortable. I love zip-up hoodies. Zip-up hoodies, my goat. Fucking love those. My goal is buff and be in a tank top. Real. I don't know, being a butch lesbian would be cool. I genuinely think I do great as a butch lesbian. I think God fucked up when he made me a trans guy because I could be a buff woman in a tank top. Like seeing buff women in tank tops is yeah. Like, and you know what's crazy? I'm not like I'm a weird flavor of bisexual, and I'm attracted to people that I share some form of experience with, which means trans men, obviously, because we're both trans men, cis men, because we're both guys, and then trans women because we share the experience of being trans. I'm not really attracted to cis women. I just feel like I wouldn't pair well with a straight cis woman because I don't know. I feel like they're usually looking for a cis guy. Of course, I'm not writing off all cishet women, but I think I'm comfortable in saying that it's unlikely. And then I feel like with a cis woman who is attracted to women, I feel like you could just date a woman. I don't know. I have higher standards. I don't know. God, my voice is doing shit. Oh my god. I am the creakiest, crackliest motherfucker I've ever heard currently. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's ridiculous to say, but I feel like if a bisexual woman was attracted to me, I'd be like, I don't know, don't you want to date a woman? I feel like that's more your I feel like they're cooler. It's okay, bud. All guys go through it at some point. Yeah, but it's embarrassing. I'm 18. I should have gone through this when I was like 14. I'm 4 years late. Ugh. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I think it's funny, but it's annoying because I talk so much, and it's kind of, I lost my voice for like a week during school, and I couldn't speak above a whisper. I just couldn't get it out, and it was really funny for everyone. But it sucked kind of because I couldn't yap, and I want to. I love yapping. Let me yap, please. Please. I don't want to yap and have my voice crack all the time. I just want to yap and get as many words out as I can in this space a short amount of time. Well, now you're right in time. Seen way too many dudes in high school have to deal with it than do 17-ish. Oh dear. I talked with some bi women, and it's usually being attracted to all women and like 4 men. Exactly. Like, no offense, I'm not Pedro Pascal. I'm not. Go for him. I'm a 5'3", like little goblin of a dude. You can do better. Please do better. I think cis women need higher standards than me. Everyone else has to deal with me though. Cis guys, trans women, they're stuck with me. Also, I don't know. I think it's pretty normal. Because I would say I'm T for T, but I'd also date like a cis guy. You know, I think I'd probably. Thing is, I dated he was like 95% cis and then 5% a little freaky with it. So you know, he was my first ever like proper we're dating, you're my boyfriend, I'm your boyfriend kind of relationship, and that was fun. I enjoyed it. We just didn't have a lot in common, as like I realized, a few months, eventually. So I don't think I'd have a problem with dating a cis guy. I think I'd have a problem dating a guy who is sort of cis het, obviously, because I mean I'm not a woman, so yeah. Oh no, not being able to yap would be the worst punishment for me. Yeah, I'm a big yapper. I mean, you can tell this has been an hour and a half. Actually, just an hour. This has been an hour and 2 minutes of woman. Yeah, no, this has been an hour and 2 minutes of me yapping at 2 screens currently. I could have started playing Marvel Rivals, but I was enjoying chatting too much. Oh my god, hello Annie. We're talking about bisexuality. I'll look and gotta get them post-work snacks. Hell yeah. Hi Annie, how was your stream? What were you up to? I'm doing just chatting right now. How's your stream? We're talking about work, we're talking about bisexuality, we're talking about gender. Heck yeah, more bi peeps. Yeah, I'm bisexual, but I don't think I share enough in common with cis women to really date them. Like I would if it clicks, it clicks, But I think I'd find it more difficult, certainly. And also I just don't meet many. I mean, I meet a lot, but I don't really would. Oh god. I don't. If any of you are active on Tumblr, you may know of a user called WereRalph. And we were chatting about him, and I am in a D&D. This was in a D&D server. Wait. I saw your. I'm bi and ace. I'm bisexual and vaguely aromantic on the spectrum of that somewhere, somehow. I don't know. Stream was good. Played Peak with Moon. Peak looks really fun. I think I am gonna get paid in 2 days. I have considered getting it. I'll have to ask if anyone else would be interested. I mean, I play a lot of multiplayer games with like Charlotte and Ari and people like that. I'm lesbian and ace. Gays. We got a lot of sorry, I had to hiccup. We have a lot of ace people in chat. Interesting. I know of like 2 or 3 asexual. Oh, I was gonna ask, do you want to play Peak with me? Joint stream. Do you own Peak? I highly recommend it. I wasn't expecting to enjoy as much as I do, but anytime we get off, I want to play again. That's. Oh God, that was awful. Did you hear that? Did that pick up on stream? I don't know why. Oh no, I kind of do know. I was at a concert and I screamed a lot. I heard that. I don't like that you heard it. I mean, I do, because at least it means I wasn't hallucinating it. But like, oh my God, I don't know why this stream is what has activated the voice cracks. We're 2 months in and it's fucking me in the ass. But oh, I can't lie. Hi, Annie. Yeah, no, we are 50. Oh, wait, we don't have the testosterone thing here. I'll swap back. 53 days of tea. Exciting. Little flash there. But yeah, Peak looks very fun. I'm excited to try it. The devs are really fun. I really like the devs of it. I've been following their content for like a year or two now. But yeah, it's testosterone. It's a wonderful thing. But but the voice cracks. But the voice cracks. I haven't noticed any other, I suppose, negative effects of I mean, I haven't started balding yet, thank God. I think it's going fine. Ugh. But yeah. So, no. I know a few asexual people. I mean, I think asexuality and aromanticism. Aromantic? What's the asexuality? What's the aromantic? Aromanticism. Aromanticism. I don't know how you say it. Fucking ads. Bullshit. Aromaticism. That's when it smells good, I think. Yeah, aromanticism. Aromanticism and asexuality are probably the fuck. They're probably the two. I think they're listen, not to rank them or anything, not to do like a tier list or whatever, but I do think that they are the most interesting sexualities to me, or orientations to me, because everyone you talk to has it on a different spectrum, you know? I'm gonna look and go rest. Hope you have a great rest of stream. Hell yeah. Thank you for raiding. Thank you for dropping by. I hope everyone else is, enjoying it. Huge shout out to Aja Annie, who is quite a frequent raider. I need to raid you more often, but usually you end the stream before me, or you're very close to ending stream, and I'm like, well, I don't want to raid in the last 5 minutes, because I feel like that's adds pressure. Oh, sorry. But no, I hope you rest well, and I'm so glad. It's been lovely having you in stream today. And you have fun. My autocorrect keeps doing that, and I think it's spread to me now. I have my favorite keyboard is the SwiftKey keyboard, and I like to make mine borderline unreadable with a really pale background, but it keeps swapping back to the default keyboard, which is really annoying, because my SwiftKey uses it, like, I have a bunch of words that I say that no one else says, and misspellings that I like to do on purpose that now get auto-corrected to shit. Like, hell yeah. Who the fuck is saying he will yeah? That's not a thing. Let me say hell, you fucking machine. Fucking machine. Whoa. Sorry, I think robots are hot. Proud robot fucker here. I was looking, slightly related, because I was looking up games where you get to play as a robot, and I got distracted by games where you play as a mech, like pilot. There are like no mech things anywhere, like mech games where there are no like good mech games. And by good mech games, I mean mech games made for anyone who isn't weirdly into World War II. And that sounds harsh, and it is harsh, and I am sorry. But listen, I don't like playing as mech where I just fight other mechs or fight aliens and everything's grey and everything's exploding. I think it's boring. Fuck that. Let me play as a mech where I just sort of go about and I do stuff. Anyway, no, I find going back to my earlier top thingy, shut up. Going back to what I was talking about. I think asexuality and aromanticism are the most interesting sexualities to me, because I feel like everyone you talk to has a different experience and a different place that, like, point that they lie on the spectrum. Whereas I feel like I can sort of, I feel like obviously homosexuality is pretty straightforward, but even bisexuality, you just sort of voice your own preferences. You know? It's pretty easy. Whereas asexuality and aromanticism, it's always like... demisexual and demiromantic gives you a bit more leeway and stuff, and saying you're on the spectrum is sort of more... Homosexuality, straightforward. You sure about that? You know what I mean. You stop joking in my chat, you buffoon. You absolute fool. You get my point. I just feel like, I don't know. I think they're interesting. I feel like there's so many different ways you can experience, and like obviously there's like different ways you can experience other things, but I feel like it's more like nuanced. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people on the, I don't know if this is just something I've noticed or whatever. But I feel like I've noticed that a lot of my ace or arrow friends are more into non-conventional relationships, like polyamory and stuff like that. And I think that's just because they have different views on relationships as a whole. And going back to my way earlier topic about like heterosexual relationships, I feel like queer people have a slightly, just less serious view on relationships, and I think that's a good thing. Or this is just me being on the aromanticism spectrum thingy. Well, I am ace and I am poly, Lamau. You might be onto something. Yeah, I feel like a bunch of the people that I know are, even if they're not like fully polyamorous, I don't think I could be fully polyamorous. I have my partner, and I love them very much, and I'm very happy to be with them. And I'm good with that. But there's also like stuff going on the side. I couldn't have a whole other relationship. And I also probably wouldn't want my partner to have a full-on relationship with someone. I don't know. That sounds like so much effort. My God. I don't know how people do it. And the thing is, I'm possessive, not in like a freaky, like you cannot go outside the house kind of thing. But I'm relatively possessive. So I couldn't, I don't know. I don't want to share. I don't want to share if I'm involved, I don't know. There's I feel like there's different ways to do it where it does work. But like a whole other relation, I don't know. Nah. Granted, that might be influenced by the fact that my first ever, I guess one would say, situationship, the person I was seeing was polyamorous. I didn't think I was, or at least it was weird and I didn't like it. I approve of being freaky with your friends without committing. Absolutely. Listen, maybe this is just because when I get drunk I make out with people, because I've made out with most of my friend circle at some point or other. I get very, thing is, when I get drunk I get affectionate. What's up? Why does it highlight my name? What's on today's episode of Scruff Punk? It's just yapping today. We're currently talking about sexuality and polyamorousness. Polyamory, that's the word. God, fuck, I'm stupid. We were talking about transgenderisms and stuff earlier, because I'm almost 2 months on tea, and you can, oh boy, you can hear it. My voice is doing crusty. But yeah, no, we're currently talking about how when I get drunk, I get affectionate. And that usually with people who I'm sort of like pretty decent friends with, I'm just like, you guys are so awesome. I love you guys so much. You're really nice, and you're really sweet. You're just lovely. And then with the people that I'm really close to, or just hot people as well. Hot people I know at least to a degree. I end up making out with them because that's listen. If I'm gonna what it physical affection is a great way to show someone that you appreciate them, like hugs and any kind of like leaning on each other, stuff like that. And so with surely the next step beyond that is making out with your friends. So that's how it goes. I'm a huge fan of low stakes casual, just like hanging, like doing stuff with your friends. As long as everyone involved is consenting and like, I mean, TBH, you're a rabbit. Whoa. I may be, but well, you know what they say about rabbits. They got big ears. Sorry, I'm being stupid. Common thing for me to do. I didn't mean it in a bad way. Nah, don't worry about it. Is that perhaps your subconscious speaking? I don't remember. Your voice is very pretty. Thank you. I appreciate that. The friends I have right now, I kind of don't want to lose by being silly freaky with them. So I think they just think I'm completely innocent. God, man, I need more Scran. Real, I have a sponge cake here that has just been drying out because I've been too busy talking. Oh, God. I'm going to lose my voice if I keep... Yeah, I'm going to have some sponge cake. Oh. Oh my God. What was the ice cream? Where's the ice cream? I went to the places I really like. Ooh, nice. Was it in town? Was it like the Scoop place? Where it's actual ice cream and not like prepackaged? I just realized I've been asking questions without redeeming the ask a question. No. Ask a question is like... That's like for personal stuff if you want my attention. And it can be any question. You don't need to use that. I fully just like do that. And it was vanilla ice cream with literal piece of... Ooh, that sounds really good. Oh, well, I mean, if you mean IRL personal, yeah, I'm avoiding it. Yeah, I just mean, let's say I'm playing a game and you have like a dumb question you want to ask me, and you want to like incentivize me to answer it. But if you mean rabbit character, well, honestly, either one. You can just ask about my character. Also, there's a guy listening to a fanfic audiobook on full volume at the bus stop. I mean, what fanfic is it? What is it? Oh my God! I'm scared actually. This is how you ask a question. I don't actually have a question to ask. So stupid. Pick a card, any card. Ask me a question and I will be very incentivized to answer it. Give me money and I will tell you your future. And there's really... What? Is that my nephew? Sorry, my nephew's over right now. I guess rabbits can tell the future. I'm really now, I guess. Well, okay, it's a YouTube video with a still AI-generated image of people in an office talking, and there's an audiobook sounding voice, and it's saying freaky things like some kind of weird straight fanfic. That's horrific. I once got a 20-minute ad for a light novel, a shitty light novel about someone gaining video game powers, and they're like kind of vampire abilities. And it was, and I watched a bunch of it. Wait, what? 20-minute ad. Skippable, but I didn't skip it because I was invested. And it was all AI generated videos. Damn, talk about hell let loose. That's a video game, I swear. It's like a World War video game thing. I don't know. I watch people play it on occasion. I watch my favorite streamer group play it. Shout out to Worst Pre-Made Ever. They're the only content creators that I have merch for. I have merch for comedians that I've been seeing. I have merch from the K-pop group that I saw. I have merch for a show, but they're the only merch I have for content creators. And it was so worth it, and it's my favorite t-shirt. Oh, but you can ask me a question if you want. I will answer it. Oh, but no. Sorry, going back to the way earlier topic about friends thinking you're innocent. I, weirdly enough, for some reason, apparently, give off innocent vibes, or vibes in which I just don't really talk about sex. Which is baffling to me, because you've been on this stream. Obviously I don't talk about sex on stream because it's stream, and I feel like I gotta have some boundaries, but like with actually, I don't know, with my actual friends and stuff, like, what? Baffling. I don't know if it's because I'm short or what, but I don't know. It's weird because my two best friends in all of the world, forever and ever, my goats, my day ones, my my siblings in arms, because one of them's non-binary. They are both more normal than any of my other friends. Aside from like Luke, I guess. Shout out Luke if you're still there. He's probably swimming, as he should be, because he's in Canada. But it's neither of them really drink. I mean, one of them doesn't drink at all, and one of them, doesn't love drinking, but will socially. And I feel really weird talking about alcohol and sort of my various escapades when I, with them, because like compared to those guys, I'm the freak, and then compared to all of the rest of my friends, I'm like the most normal guy I know. And so I'm in this weird middle ground where I sound like a complete prude to some people and like a crazy, huge, deviant, who alcoholic to others. And I don't know, it pisses me off. I have a reputation for being innocent because I'm ace, plus I have a filter. And yeah, as mentioned, don't want to get freaky with friends when I really don't want to fuck things up. Lol. When I get drunk, I cannot be held to the liability of my actions. And also, I feel like I don't kiss people who don't want it. If they back away, then but I don't know. I feel like I telegraph it. I feel like I hit the paper I have hanging up over here. I feel like I telegraph it so that if they want to, they can avoid it. But also, I don't know. I mean, I don't make out with my best friends because they're like, well, my two best friends who I just mentioned, I would not make out with them because at this point we are like kind of siblings. Because we've known each other for so long that I'm like, okay, well, we got to be something. Same with like Goblin, who you may know, you may not, who is one of my she's my online like best friend who I've known for ages and ages and ages. And I would not I gave her my Dropout login. Or I gave the entire D&D server my Dropout login because why not? I'm paying for it, so why not just let everyone use it? And she was like, "Oh, I could kiss you." And I was like, "Don't. That would be so uncomfortable for both of us. We'd both hate it. Don't." She's also like 6 foot, so I feel like that would just be kind of annoying. You know what I don't understand? Cis-het people who are really into huge height differences. What do you mean you want him to be 6'4" and you're like 4'10"? You can't reach. You're at like chest height. Like, I don't, what, I don't understand cis-het people a lot of the time. I really don't, because, well, I understand them because I actually really like, I really like learning about things that I'm never gonna need. For example, like plastic surgery, microtrends, all that kind of stuff is very interesting to me. Anything sort of pop culture that is like the newest insane thing, I think it's, interesting to learn about. but just because I, learn about it and I kind of like educate myself, doesn't mean I understand it. Because what the fuck? What's going on over there? I have no clue. Yeah, to be fair, I would sooner make out with a random person during Pride than with my friends. Though I have made out with, I've made out with a random person and also my friends at Pride. Gotta say, friends way better. I ended up getting a partner out of it. And also best friend. Hell yeah. Stranger, not ideal. He had a girlfriend. He made out with, well, not making out, kissed. He kissed me. And then keep in mind both of us pissed drunk. And then he starts freaking out. And I'm like, we were walking. We were in a group. I had all my friends around me. And it was he was the friend of a friend. So I didn't know him. He kissed me, starts like freaking out or whatever. I'm like, okay, we're getting 5 guys. So I mean, you do that over there. And I gotta say, not ideal. And he was like not even that hot. So, yippee. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with making out with a few friends. What's a bit of making out between friends, There aren't many queer people where I love. Oh, so never had the chance to make out with random people. I mean, I'm going to a big Pride event in August, which I'm very excited for. I don't know what to wear for it. That's why I'm live. I figured. I guess. Don't worry. I don't know what to wear because I feel like it's 11 p.m. Okay, it is almost 10 p.m. I will not end up playing Marvel Rivals this stream. I've been yapping way too much. But I will after stream just for myself because I deserve it. I don't know what to wear because I feel like there's like a few things you can wear to be like hot, There's like fishnets and like black tight clothing, and I want to look hot because I'm an adult. God forbid a boy wants to look hot, But I feel like with a lot of the things that I could wear, they're just not me. I'm not the kind of guy to wear fishnets. I'm like, or rather, I'm not the type of guy to wear fishnets with like shorts or whatever, because I might have to wear shorts. And you can't see the fishnets if I'm wearing cargos. I only have fishnet like tights or whatever. I don't need to wear any specific clothes to be hot. The 30-degree weather outside does that for me. Oh yeah, you and your fucking your plays on words, bastard. I don't like you. Wait, how hot? What's the? I'm checking the weather real quick because it's pretty soon actually. Where's my weather app? I need to. What do I have here? Why the fuck is Wellington here? I've never been to Wellington. How do I change this? Oh, figured it out. I need to look for England specifically. What's the weather? Wait, when? Hold on. I've got this, chat. Trust me. So next week, it's not this Saturday, but the one afterwards. It actually doesn't look like. Oh my god, my voice! It doesn't look like it's gonna be insane. I'm probably gonna wear my cargos. You've got this. I did it. I'm probably gonna wear my black parachute cargos and a black tank top. And then I'm probably won't. I might take a jacket. I might not. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if it's probably not gonna be hot enough for that. But I'll check closer to the date. But I don't know. I feel like I want to look different. I want to look cool. But I don't know if I have any clothes that are like really stand. I don't have a lot of accessories is the thing. I need to get more accessories. The thing is, my ideal goal is vaguely 1980s, 1990s, like late 1980s American grunge, like male American grunge. That's my peak. That's my ideal like vibe. But unfortunately, it's kind of hard to do that. It's a lot easier to just dress like a Transmask emo, because you just buy the clothes online. And I know, you like, you can buy like the grunge clothes online as well. Yeah, but it leans a lot more into the like customization aspect of it. Also, not calling anyone out with the Transmask emo comment, just first thing that came to my mind thinking of trans man fashion. Also, yeah, no, I'm very into fashion. I think fashion's I just think it's awesome. And I am creative and I could customize stuff, but I'm very lazy. So I need to actually hold on. I have to message. Wait, what? I missed all of what you just said. Well, don't worry about it because it wasn't important. I lost signal. Whoa, where are you? Are you outside? Oh, my voice. I'm suffering. What about the Transmask emo comment? Oh, it's just like I would say it's easier to dress like a Transmask emo than it is to dress instead of 1980s grunge, because there's a signal dead zone on my route for my phone. That makes sense. Got it. You on the way home? Yeah. Just because Transmask emo, I feel like it's easier to buy clothes for it because it's more in fashion currently, you know? It's very popular, and it has been since sort of 2020. It is like, yes, Home to Bed, wonderful, so lovely, so joyous. I feel like Transmask emo is currently quite popular. I feel like all sorts of, because it's like vaguely calling back to the 2000s, and you know, Y2K is very popular right now. It was more popular in sort of the like earlier 2020s, but it's still around, obviously. And so big fan of Transmask emo style. I know you are. I think it's alright. It's not for me. But I view it aesthetically in like a cool. I think it's cool, you know. I'm going for a different. My only annoyance is how it's so prevalent. It's everywhere, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I want more. This is gonna sound stupid. I want more stuff that caters to me. I want to see binary trans men dressing how I want to dress, and I want to steal their clothes. And I've seen lots of Transmask emos. I've seen no binary trans men who dress how I want to dress. And so, granted, I probably just need to look harder. I don't put too much effort in. But like, I wish. That's just me lamenting. I want to learn how to do DIY stuff with my clothes. Same. Thing is, my main problem is that when I have a basic like t-shirt and I'm like, well, I don't want to ruin it. That's a perfectly, what if I fuck it up? But if you fuck it up, then I don't know, just you turn it into something else. I should be less stressed about it, really. Like, I'll have a white t-shirt that is so boring that I'm really barely gonna wear, and I'll be like, but what if I wanna? What if I do something with it sometime? Like, no, you're not going to. Just do it. I have the same attitude towards uncustomized clothes as I do towards consumable items in video games. I'm always just like, but what if I want it? What if I need a situation where I have to have a black t-shirt? You both saying real at the same time. Exactly. Like, what if I need it? It's so stupid. I literally don't need to worry about it. But it's the human brain is not smart. Didn't steal my messages, SMH. I don't know. Pain in my ass. I wish I had stuff for screen printing. I really like screen printing. I think that's really cool. I need to get like fabric paints or something. But you know, I'm hoping to at least bleach a black t-shirt and maybe have the time to wear that for Pride. So you know, there's hoping. I'm also hoping to maybe buy some things leading up to Pride. I maybe want to get thing is, I don't know. Yeah, it's tricky. Fashion is hard. Dressing cool is difficult. And I need to dye my hair very soon. Or not very soon. I can dye it whenever. But I don't like it being hyper saturated. I like it when it's had a couple of, like, a week of fading is my ideal sort of point. So ideally I dye it within sort of around within the next week, I would say. The thing is, I need to figure out what color to dye it, because currently it's like light gray, because it's basically a blue gray, but a pale blue gray. Because it was bleach blonde. And then I dyed it blue. And the blue is all faded now, but obviously it hasn't like faded. And so my hair's basically gray right now. Oh god, the voice. So looking a bit like grandpa, but it's fine. That was a joke. Both my grandpas are dead. Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, I don't know what color to do. I don't know if like blue or gray, I think, but I love having a red. My favorite hair that I've ever had, it was bleached a pale blonde with very, very dark red tips. And it was really dark red. It was sort of like slightly purplish as well, and it was really cool. I loved having it like that. It was awesome. But yeah, that was really fun. I should do a split dye at some point. I think split dyes look awesome. But the thing is, I can't bleach my hair again until it's all grown out, because I bleached it once, and some people have strong enough hair to layer the bleach on. I can't. My hair is probably strong enough, but I don't want to kill it. So I'm currently sticking. I'm probably just gonna dye it blue or green. I'm leaning towards green, to be honest, because I've never done green before. But I'm also worried about it fading to like a teal, and I'm not very interested in a teal. I'm interested in a green. And so we shall have to see it. We shall have to see. Ugh. Yeah, it's fine. It'll be fine. Green would be really cool. I need to research what a good green is, but unfortunately, that's the difference between you and I. I like teal a lot. I don't know why I don't like teal. I think it's a combination of, when I was younger, I was really into it. I played a video game called School of Dragons. It was a How to Train Your Dragon video game, and you could color your dragon. There were you could pick 3 colors for your dragons to be. And I would always make my dragons purple, bright teal, or cyan or whatever. It was like an aquamarine shade, really. And then silver. I'd do their accents like a very pale white grey, you know? And every single dragon was colored that way. I revisited the account. It no longer exists, unfortunately. That's just made me really sad, actually, because the game shut down. And it only exists on emulators now. All of the account data is gone. Oh, I'm really sad now. But yeah, so all my dragons were that color scheme. Except for like, and then but on my alt account, because you could have a couple of different characters attached to one account. My alternative character had some dragons that were colored differently, and I remember specifically I had a Shockjaw called Mango, who was purple and orange, and they looked really good. Actually, I was very happy with the colors there. Sorry, random ass information you guys didn't ask for. Granted, that's my entire streams. I'm just yapping. I zoned out for a bit, and now we're talking dragons. No. It was we're talking about hair dyes and hair colors. But I'm talking about How to Train Your Dragon video game that I used to play. And that I think that might be why I do not really like the colors purple and teal, which is funny because, hold on, Ari's. I don't dislike the colors. They're just not me. I'm not a purple and teal. I'm so far from a purple and teal guy. And I know my tattoo is purple and teal on my little character. But I'm not. It's not. I can't. I'm not. No, it's not. I can't. You hate me. I really don't, my love. I really don't. What do you talk? I said for me. Do you think I'm a purple and teal guy? Because I do not think I'm a purple and teal guy. Look me in the eyes and tell me I look like a purple and teal guy. I'm not. Honestly, at this point, when I see blue and purple next to each other, I'm like, OMG, Ari. Same. Although I do, I feel bad because Ari has a profile picture that they use like in a bunch of places, and it's this like purple to blue fade thing. And like, I feel bad because every time you've been like, oh, I should change it, everyone has been like, no, that's who you are now. You're stuck as it. I don't change my Discord profile picture a lot. I because it's one of the emotes we have here. Hold on. It's the when I occasionally have Nitro because I get it for free or something, or like a 2-week trial. Then I get it. But and then it moves when I talk, which is really fun. But it's the still image of those. I would say I'm a blue and red guy. I'm a blue and red dude. I love a blue and red. I love a blue, I love a red, I love black, grey, off white. I'm a blue and red guy. That's just who I am. That's supposed to be a, but it ended up being a Yeah, you do sound you do look uninterested. Was it because you clicked the I instead of the O? Yeah. No, I'm a purple and teal guy. That's what I'm saying. It's so bad they wouldn't let me. You should change it out of spite because it's funny. Yeah, those colors are just Ari, and Ari is those colors. I just don't think it's whimsical enough. Yeah, that's fair. I think it'd be fine if you did want to change it. I'd get used to it. I was sad because we used to have matching profile pictures, and now we don't anymore. And it's really it does make me sad. It does not bring me joy. Hi, hello, cheese. Honestly, I kind of want to draw Ari because the hair fucks so hard. I know. I gotta say, I do. Well, listen, Ari. I love your hair now. It's so emo trans mask. But wait, when did we have matching profile pictures? We had they were both from a manga. And I provided you with your profile picture, and then you changed it to a cute other drawing. I know, right? I love you for aw. But they weren't exactly matching, but they were both from a manga, and I thought it was really cute. And I still have the manga one, but you don't anymore, and it made me sad. You know, as much as I love your hair now, Ari, I can't lie. I really fucked with the the Victor Arcane while he's like a fuck ass mage, and he's got the big blue robe or whatever, and he's like a cult leader. You had that haircut when we first met, and I think it's the weird ass kind of bob. I like it. I think it's cute. I have hold on. I've got to go to it's in my favorites. But yeah. Cuz I took maybe it's because I have a lot of really nice photos of you with that hairstyle. And so these are the pictures I have for you in my phone. I should make one of them my locks. No, I shouldn't. My parents would immediately. I don't hide being in a relationship from my parents. But for some reason, I don't feel like it's something they need to know, you know? I don't want to talk to them about that. I feel like that's weird. It's because I got Evil after I cut it shorter. It was holding me back. Yeah, and Evil, you were so scary. I don't like Evil. That would be really cute. Yeah, like the drawing. The lock screen. Yeah, to be fair, currently my lock screen and my home screen are a picture of your house. So that's but also you don't seem like a partner on lock screen kind of guy. I should change my lock screen. It's been that for ages. I don't remember what. It was sort of like around October. Oh, these pictures are from before we started dating. How the fuck are these from before? Oh no, that's from a week after. But that's from like a month before. That's crazy. What? What do you mean? Oh no, my lock screen was the clouds looked beautiful as I was leaving your house one day. And so I took a photo, and so your house is in my lock screen. So technically you're like kind of on my locks. You're kind of on my home screen. Oh my god, Alu is live. We'll raid them after this. I'm a partner on lock screen kind of guy. I should become a partner on lock screen kind of guy. I don't want to show my parents something and then they're like, "Oh, why's your friend on your lock screen?" It would have to be is a photo of both of us more or less suspicious. Oh my god, soggy time. I'm drinking my peach iced tea. I'm actually almost finishing this off. See, same, but I'm careful. That's fair. It's worth it. Yeah, I should. I have some really nice pictures of you. I like seeing it when you call me. Yeah. Oh, my peach tea. So scrumptious. So scrumptious. Oh, my voice is doing poorly. Oh my god. I have some really nice pictures of us too. I get to see myself cuddling with a hot NP whenever I pick up my phone. Yippee! And you. Yeah, hold on. I wonder if I have any... Because you can... There's like facial recognition I can do to see if I have all photos. Name this person. Ari. Yeah. You... That's not your name in my phone anymore. Why has that changed? Because you're currently BBG Ari in quotation marks, not quotation marks, in like brackets. All photos. Name this person. Wow, this facial recognition sucks. My god. Are there any more? Hold on, I'm now just scrolling through my... I have an album with photos of you? Really? Oh. I have I I don't really have albums. I have an album for school stuff. I have an album for the art that I do, and I never update it. I really should. I have an album for my D&D character, and then I have 2 albums, one for videos of me for testosterone updates, and one for pictures of me for testosterone updates. I remember, Google Photos has thought I'm so many people. That's very fun. Yeah, it's freaky. I remember once someone asked me what's the gender neutral version of baby girl, and I'm just like, N-baby. N-baby feels, I don't know, I feel like it sounds freaky. I just call them, thing is, BBG doesn't feel like baby girl, it feels like BBG. You know, I feel like there's a difference there. Wilbur said, Cape Town, the evil twink that we know, many different friends of ours. Very peculiar. Very peculiar. Does it... Can it check in on... Hold on, I'm checking my pictures. Wow, I look interesting some places. All photos. It's very good at recognizing me. I think I'm very distinctive. Wow. Fit horrendous in some of these pictures. My god. Oh my days. What the hell is that? Sorry, going through my photos now. There def is a difference. Yeah. Oh my god, I miss when I had these are photos from when because me and my best friend dyed our hair together, and they tried to go green, they ended up going teal, and I went blue. Except the blue was such a vibe because they actually missed a spot on the side of my head. So I had a blonde patch, like Doctor Strange's like grey stripes in his hair on the sides of his head. I really fucked with it. I love having like patches of blonde where I've just fucked up the dyeing process. I also have an album of nice photos of myself, which is really useful. I just go to my favorites. I collect hot pictures of myself. Because why not? I have a picture of... that's really... hold on. I found a picture of us that looks really nice. It's from when you had your pickled ginger hair. the pink. I love that jacket. Sorry. Side note. I miss having red hair. Can you send it to me? Of course. I probably have at some point, but it won't have been recent. This is an older picture. You change your hair so often that it's really easy to define what era you're in at any given point. Because I'm just like, okay, we're doing this is the purple and teal mullet. Whereas this is from when you had your fuck ass bob, which I love. I loved the fuck ass bob. I thought it was great. Maybe it's because I used to have a fuck ass bob and yours looks. Sorry, my dog looks really ugly in this picture. I don't know how to take good photos of myself, Lamau. Yeah, I have to take photos. Oh, I'm supposed to take photos daily for my testosterone updates. I don't. I forgot. I started off very strong and consistent. Really fell off. Really not doing great. Um. Yeah. Oh my god. I miss winter. No, I don't. Actually, no, I don't. I fucking hate winter. Why would I? No, I miss the clothes I could wear in winter. I have a hat that looks like it kind of has cat ears, and I have a bunch of hoodies that are really comfortable, and I miss them. I love my hoodies, and I love my hats. I love summer. Summer's my favorite season. I'm a hoe for summer. I can't stand winter. Summer, peak, my absolute favorite. Then spring, because my birthday's in it, and it leads up to summer, so it's exciting. Oh my god, summer's coming up, guys. Whoa. Finally, also, we've finally gotten out of Christmas. I don't like Christmas. I don't really like it. It's when I was younger, I enjoyed it more. I no longer really like Christmas that much. Maybe it's because I still spend Christmas with my parents. I think that I will probably have a lovely time when I'm doing Christmas with friends, though. I fuck with spring. I love spring. Spring is awesome. I've been yearning for winter a bit lately, which is weird because I was the most depressed I've been in years. I get seasonal depression. It's not that bad, but I do get it. And it's only in winter. I fucking hate winter. I opened my hoodie drawer recently and I'm like, oh, MFG, I need hoodie season again. Yeah, it's fair. I don't like Christmas because I'm not good at gift giving. The only reason I kind of manage with my friends is because I feel like friends are just easier because I know them personally a lot better, and also they're not boring and old, and also they usually like quite cheap gifts. As long as listen, I got my favorite birthday present for my 18th birthday was quite literally a printed out and framed screenshot edit of Loki from the show Loki. That was the only highlight to my birthday. I had a really bad 18th birthday. that was I would say the only Alexa, shut up. I was going through my photos recently and I came across a picture of my birthday cake from then, and I started crying because I was reminded of how miserable I was around my 18th birthday. I would like to redo my 18th birthday, to be honest. Maybe on the 18th of September, because that would be awesome. It would be a week after my anniversary, which would be wonderful. And so I'd get to celebrate a little anniversary thing with my partner, and then I'd maybe get to celebrate with my friends and have like we could go out for lunch or something. I don't want gifts because I've kind of already had my gifts, but just spending time with people would have been nice. But because I had exams coming up, it was not great. It was not pleasant. I sad. But yeah, no, I don't like Christmas. I like birthdays are fine. I can deal with birthdays. I do not like my mother's birthday or Mother's Day or Father's Day because they are really close together, and I do not like my mother, and I do not want to buy for my father. I don't know what to really buy for any of them, because they're old, they have more money than me, and also my homemade gifts get kind of looked down upon, and so it honestly doesn't feel like it's worth how much effort I put into handmade gifts, because they just make him something. As I've been saying. Also, my dad is not sentimental. He does not care too much for objects. He's hung up like the things that I've made him. For real rude. Yeah, I have spent hours on some watercolor paintings. I did one for my sister and one for my mum, and I was really proud of how they came out. Lots of layering, lots of drying. Genuinely took me hours, and I have no idea what either of them have done with what I gave them. I visited the house. I haven't seen it. Which, no, It's life. You know, I don't. My mum's not cool. My dad's cool though. He doesn't care much for sentimental objects, which is really funny because I care a lot about sentimental items. I love, like, you can tell with my DVD collection. I love collecting shit that reminds me of, you know, people, things, times, you know, stuff like that. And so I like collecting stuff. My dad doesn't. He's very different because he's older and he's like, well, there's not. I'm gonna die in 30 years. I don't. Why am I just gonna collect things that are gonna, you know, grow dust and stuff? Sentimental items, my beloved real. My corkboard is filling up. Actually, I need to. I don't know. I don't know what I need to do. I need to get another corkboard. Is what I need to do. I'm not getting rid of anything from there. That thing is. There are so many items stacked on items and papers stapled to papers and pins and things hanging and random bullshit and objects and receipts and postcards and shit. There's so much stuff on there that I do not think there is. I don't know what to do about it. Nothing else is gonna fit there. It's just not. But no, I like my cookboard. I like collecting my things. But yeah, no. Birthday wasn't great. Don't like Christmas. Don't like winter. It makes me sad. My friends are always visiting their families, so I don't get to hang out with them. It's also, a couple of my friends smoke cigarettes. They're addicted to nicotine. They're always going outside to smoke cigarettes. And they stink and it's cold. And it's cold. It's so cold. I hate the cold. I'm such a pussy when it comes to being cold. I hate being cold. I can't stand it. Being hot is not much better, but I do not like being cold. I love Christmas and winter. I know. You have said. I like spring. I'm meh on autumn. It's nice because it's not too cold, but it's pretty rainy. And I live in a pretty southern part of... Man, I remember being addicted to cigarettes. You do? Aren't you like 12? That's a joke. They're like my age. It's fine. She's fine, chat. She's fine. Also, you were? I haven't heard about that. It's crazy. Anyway. Sorry. Terrible answer. No. I don't really like... I love Halloween, though. Love Halloween. I'm a hoe for Halloween. Slut for Halloween. Love that. Very peak. Oh, it's just annoying. All my friends and stuff are born in like the last, I would say September to January. All my friends are born there. I don't know why everyone was. I mean, I know why everyone was fucking like January to like, you know, March, February. But, you know, fuck glass. No, Halloween's awesome. I don't know what to go as this year. My friends and Arian stuff, we were talking about, group costumes and, like, matching, like, costumes and stuff. Because we were talking about, like, the Superman movie, which I saw recently, which I loved. Such a good movie. Honestly, one of my top 5s of all time. We talked about you could go as Soul. I could not. He's 6'4" and a person of color. I couldn't. All I would do is get a blonde wig and facial hair, and I'd look ugly. I'd look so ugly. I once heard someone say having your birthday be in November means you are constantly reminded you. No. My best friend was born on November 14th. She has heard so many jokes about her parents fucking on Valentine's Day. Group costumes seem fun. Hello, we're talking about Halloween costumes right now. Back, front, so stupid. Die. I can't say that. Die in Minecraft. You know, I could not go as Soul for fucking Halloween. Are you kidding me? He's I could go as a vampire. I've been a vampire before, but I could go again. But I could not be Soul. He is actually, hold on. I have a picture of him for reference, chat. This is Soul. No, the fuck I can't go as him. I mean, the POC is an issue, but the height is only an issue. I can't dress up as him. I can't. Ooh, pretty. I have it. I talk about Soul so much that I just have him here. I have. Hold on. I've got. That's him as a woman. That's a sketch I did of him. Anyway. Yeah. I can't go as him. I. First of all, I'd look nothing like him. In the slightest. We have different everything. He's literally like the complete opposite to me, other than like maybe hair texture. And like no, no. Nah. So my beloved. I love him. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Back to just chatting. Yeah, no, I'm not. No. That's the point of a costume, dumbass. Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to either, but because I'm not Soul. He's a character of mine. He is a character I love, but I'm not him. I mean, I agree you probably shouldn't, but like that is asking for for I don't know, something. I'm not. No. I'd rather just go as a stupid white guy because that's what I am. But no, we talked about group costumes. I'm thinking of just going as a Loki variant because it's my favorite show. Or definitely it's in my top 3. It's definitely one of my favorite shows. I'd cosplay Milo, but I kind of do that already. Yeah, that's not a cosplay. That's just your clothes. That's like saying, "Oh, I'm a Sims character," and then having like a headband on, or like, "Oh, I'm Superman out of costume," and you're just like a guy in a suit. You're a stupid white guy to me. Hell yeah, I am. Cosplaying Rowan could be fun. You could be Rowan. That's not a cosplay. That's just clothes. Yep. I mean, all you'd need to do is like dye your hair dark red. I feel. Or bleach it pure white, but that would really damage your hair. So maybe go for the dyed look. And you need some horns and then like a pirate fit, and you're like good. And like contacts if you want. I'm thinking of going as a Loki variant. Or maybe Jimmy Olsen from the Superman movie because hee. I think he's stupid and funny. I don't know. Hold on, I'm actually gonna. Maybe I should. I have a Google Doc with my interests in it. So I'm gonna. Hold on. Let me pull that up real quick. Who could I go as for Halloween? Let me check. I could go as Spider-Man, but I don't know. I feel like that's a bit too basic, and I feel like it's either too mainstream or too niche in that you could go as a really specific Spider-Man, but then it's like, okay. Deadpool would be cool, but that's a lot of effort to put into a costume because you'd need the suit, otherwise you're not really recognizable. I would fuck with doing a Genos cosplay from One Punch Man, to be honest. That'd be fun. I feel like it's impossible to do a cosplay from Dorohedoro because you need to see that movie. What do you mean movie? Superman? Oh, my voice. I mean, there's Kalos, but he's too much of a character. I don't know. Cosplaying characters that are more anime character. I don't know. It feels weirder because that feels like an actual cosplay instead of a costume. And I don't know if I don't want to do a low effort cosplay. I would want to put proper effort in. And for a Halloween costume, I wouldn't be putting in a ton of effort, you know? I couldn't really go as Venom because you're either full Venom or you're just a sweaty man, Eddie Brock. Silly guy. I mean, actually, Lloyd Frontera would be really cool from The Greatest Estate Developer. Haven't seen Dorohedoro. I have no idea. It's a anime / manga. It's really good. Pirate it. Check it out if you want. Oh, going as an android from Detroit Become Human would be really cool. But also, is that too low effort? Because it's just the little blue circle. I feel like that's the Sims 4 thing where it's just you're just wearing a headband, you know? Any character from Borderlands would be kind of a pain in the ass to do. I feel like any Marvel character is a pain in the ass to do unless they're really visually distinctive, because a lot of them, their whole thing is their suit, really. It's not their own features. Loki I could get away with because, I don't know, I feel like I don't know, I dye my hair black, I get the gold horns, and I get green contacts, and I get like a hot outfit. I wear like a suit or something, you know? I feel like that's the vibe. Anyone else? I feel like that's like I feel like that's most of my interests. Any games I've been into recently? There's Hades characters. I don't know if I would want to be any of the. I think I'm happy with just going as a Loki variant. I think my first idea was a good idea. I think I should just go with my good first idea instead of like nitpicking it. Also, we've been live for 2 hours. Whoa, big yappers. I didn't think I could do it. I mean, I knew I probably could do it, just chatting stream for like a full stream. But like usually I don't, because I feel like it's not as interesting. But we've had so many people talking that like it's worked. But yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna. I see what you mean. Yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna be. I think I'm good to just be a Loki variant. Hee hee. Oh, add in 5 seconds. Hold on to your tits. Sorry, that was unnecessary. We've had a wonderful time. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you could be here for stream. It's lovely having you in for stream. Why do I have 9+ notifications on Discord? What the hell do you guys have to say? What's all this about? What's all this then? Oh, it's just you two. I'll read those after stream. Oh no, my tits. Hi Margaret. I hope this email blows your tits clean off. Yes, it's been fun. It's been lovely having you in chat, cheese. My fucking voice. Absolutely horrendous. I'm at least cheered up after my nightmare shift. That was unpleasant. It was not fun. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like the shift today. Thank you. Oh, yeah, no, I need to cosplay my guy, my rat, my character at some point. The thing is, when it comes to ad break ends in 1:30. When it comes to redesigning my my little character, my little guy here, oh yeah, I didn't hear about that. Poor man. Huh? Hear about what? I forgot what I was talking about. Redesign my character? Cosplay? Blowing your tits clean off? Huh? Anyway. The problem with redesigning my character is I'm kind of attached to the current design. But it's not perfect. I have things I would want to change. But do I want to do a big redesign? I think I want to keep the blue hair. But the redesign I'm thinking of doesn't really look good with blue hair. It suits the red. But the redesign I'm thinking of is like a sort of devil design, which kind of removes the back from the ad. What? Hello. What do you mean? What was the? Oh yeah, I didn't hear about that poor man about. I forgot. The problem with chat is that I say something and then you hear it about like a minute later. Rat with red hair would be so scary. That's what I'm talking about. And I've done some redesign ideas. Hold on. I'll see if I have them saved on my phone. I'll post them in Discord. Hold on. Where's my... How do I fucking... Get out of here. How do I... I'm just closing the photos up. I fucking hate the update. Oh no, my shift was miserable. It was thoroughly unpleasant. I did not like it. Oh, okay, we're getting close. That sounded weird. I have done some designs that actually I'll run it by you guys because you might have some tips or whatever for me. But I've done some drawings of stuff and stuff of what I think I could have there's one of them. I've done a few. Cuz I don't know, it's weird. This should be... There we go. I'll just post these in Discord and hope I do not dox myself accidentally. Oh, it's taking forever. Whoa. I'll post it in alt. Message my alt account. Yep. Yeah, take 4 billion years to send. I don't mind. DMs. Save image. Red rat 1. Save. Save image. Red rat 2. Save. Files. Sorry, it's all process because I'm trying not to dox myself. I'm trying to get better about that. Open that one. And then open this one. Okay. So I am going to share my display. Everyone be nice to me. Display capture. There we go. You can see all my video games, but I don't really care. So this is sort of the... This is the first... So ignore all of this. This is on my D&D character. This is all a different thing. You don't need to look at that. You want to focus on this guy. This is the guy. This is the dude. There we go. So it's this. And ignore the clown. I do that for a friend. Sorry, I'm resizing shit, and I'm failing. God, I'm awful at this. How do I? In my defense, it's a really finicky thing to. There we go. Okay, so this is the guy. He's kind of really cool, actually. Thanks. Whoa, it's the little demon guy you made with Char. I think. Yeah, he's based on that. But the thing is, that guy was based on me anyway. So this is sort of, the hair is more accurate to... Do I have an angled picture? These are both front facing. Which is not ideal. Because I have, the angled one is more of a vibe. Or not more of a vibe, but you know what I'm talking about. It's more what I'm going for. I don't know if I have any drawings. But yeah, so that's the dude. That's the little guy, if you will. And so I've thought about, I did a blue version of the little guy, actually. Oh my god, these pictures are old. I did a blue version. With like blue hair and sort of like blue horn tips. But I don't know, it doesn't really vibe as well. I don't know if it's it's hard. I'm not sure, because this character's like important. Like this is what I'm gonna present myself as, and I'm not sure. But that's what he looks like. I don't have pictures of the blue one. Is the unfortunate thing. I'll post them to the Discord server later. If I remember. Hopefully I do. I'm currently trying to find the angled drawing I had of the guy. I might not have it. I might have hallucinated. Well, I didn't hallucinate it. I definitely have it. But it's I don't know where it is. I'm just scrolling through my photos. I gotta sort this better. I need to put my art in my actual art channel. But I don't, because I'm stupid. I don't, because I'm a stupid idiot who fails and is terrible and evil and miserable. Oh, I found my lock screen photo. No, I didn't. Oh, did I? I don't know. No, that's not it. Never mind. Ignore me. Ignore my stupidity. I'm not finding it. I don't think. Yeah, these are getting pretty old, and I am... Yeah, no luck. Anyway, chuckle, my beloved. But yeah, so this is sort of the design. As you can see, very tired. He's got like solid eyes. They're not like, and he's got very pointy ears, and they've got the little divot taken out of them. He's got the piercings. I'll always have the cool piercings on my little guy because I think it's fun. He's got the big horns. He's got 2 little horns here. He's got the little devil wings, and he's got a little tail, and his hair's very spiky, and it starts really low. So he's got like hair going like down, and he's got like sideburns kinda. And that's kind of the vibe I'm going for, is the big old mullet. I might do if I'm doing a front facing view, I'll do the sides shorter because I don't have long hair on the sides if I can help it. Sometimes I do out of accident, but you know, that's not intentional. And obviously I've always had the little like skin fangs. That's never going away. That's just my vibe now. But yeah, so that's what I'm considering for a redesign, but I'm worried that the blue and the red is so iconic that I wouldn't really want to change it. I designed this version of Rat a while ago. And if I go back to my channel, I think I closed my channel. That's stupid of me. Oh well. Stupid people do stupid things. And I am very, very stupid. View your channel. Split this off. Minimize this. Videos. I'm gonna go to the oldest videos and just show you. You can see the people I follow, but I'm subscribed to, but I'm not really fussed about that. The most embarrassing thing is that I've got my old video titles, but these are public anyway. It's not important. I hope I'm not doxing anything. Probably I'm not, but you know. So you can see my old. We've always had the rabbit ears, and we've even got my old 3D VTuber, which I had for like, like 4 streams or something. But you can see I used to have off-white hair, and I had the fangs, and I had the rabbit ears, and I had the pink jumper, and that was consistent for a bit. And then we had the Halloween one. We had 2 Halloween versions because I was lazy. And then we had a Christmas version. That Christmas version actually slaps, for the record. Really, I think that's adorable. And then we moved on, then pixel art. But then we had the blue and the white and the red, except the blue would cover my entire face with that pixel art. And then that's me making the new PNG tuber, and that's my current PNG tuber. So I've had this for a while. And so I'm sort of, yeah, I don't know. It's tricky. This is so odd to me. Yeah, this is old stuff. This is from before you knew me. This is from 3 years ago. So you're seeing all my old stuff. Yeah, no. You can tell I was like 15 when I was doing this stuff. Nothing wrong with that. You know, I think it's fine. Sorry, yawn. But no, so you understand. For every time in the past, I've been a lot more casual about redesigning my guy. Hello? What's up? Sorry, it's dark in here. I forgot to turn the light on. Yeah. My lanyard. I left that behind next to me. Oh, thank you. See you tomorrow. My parents came in. Probably a sign I should go to bed. Or been live for a while. Yeah, I should go to sleep. There we go. Go. Okay. I'll roll my end credits, if you will. We've been live for ages, considering I started at 8:30. Anyway. Even though this is like a normal stream length for me. Thank you all so much for being here today. It's been genuinely, I can't thank you guys enough for sitting with me and chatting for 2 hours and 18 minutes straight. I had a really tiring day at work, and I also had a violin lesson today, and I had to shower, so I had a bunch of stuff to do today. But you know, it's been really nice, and I really appreciate people being here. We will be rating aluminum, however you want to say it. American or otherwise. American English, I should say. But yeah, it's been absolutely lovely having you all here. I hope you will have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, afternoon, midnight, sunset, sunrise. Also, Ali's playing Outer Wild, so I bet that's gonna be awesome. Um, thank you all so much for joining. Reminder, I stream every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 8 p.m. BST usually. And I will see you all next Friday for who knows? I don't know. Fucking whatever, man. Anyway, I will see you all next time. Thank you all so much for joining. And yeah. Outer Wilds. Yeah, exciting. All right. Raid. We have a raid message, but it's rat raid. Just type rat raid. But big stretch. God, I'm tired. And sweet. Let's go. Goodbye. Yippee.